That's my right now.
Yeah. We are all in this moment right now.
Yeah. We're not in the same times
But
at this
are we
moment.
really? Is
Yes.
the real question.
Well, I mean, if you're choosing to, dissociate right now at the start of the podcast, then why are we here?
Dude, honestly, Sean, that's about where I'm at until someone says, and here we go. I'm more worried about filling this fucking volcano up right now.
Well, you stop filling that volcano. Gina gave us the green light, so I think it's time to kick into a Shedtime podcast, and I'm going to wet these wires. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's do this.
Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce you to Shedtime. What is Shedtime, you ask? Well, it's code for the consumption of cannabis, but it's much more than that. Shedtime's a state of mind. It's art, it's music, it's cryptocurrency, technology, it's food, it's vaping. It can be whatever you want it to be, as long as you're not letting the bastards get you down, not being a dick, and making it fun. When you're in the shed, it's whatever your mind allows you to create. So now let's get to the Shedtime podcast.
Did it actually go through?
It did.
I did. Yeah.
Excellent. Okay. Whew. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Got scared there for a second. Wasn't sure if the old air horn was active. Glad to know it was, so that's good. But welcome back, everybody, to another Shedtime podcast, your weekly dose of three stoners talking about whatever. And yeah, that's where we're at. We are just three stoners talking about whatever comes up. And I'll tell you what, I am gassed. I've been dropping little bits about this each week when we have been doing the show, but Boston's Freedom Rally, our version of Hempfest, coming up, be this weekend from the time I'm recording this. And dude, I just realized today it was 10 years ago today that I did the show with Onyx at the Boston Freedom Rally. And this weekend I get to go back to the Boston Freedom Rally and see him again.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, that blew my fucking mind,
bro.
Like 10 years ago, like Google Photos, if you've been a long time Google Photos user, has a memories feature similar to like Snapchat memories and shit. And so like it hit me with them earlier, and I was like, yo, no kidding. Like, I was trying to see if I could pull them back up, but memories, that's how you do that. No, that's not how you do it. I don't know. Damn, I'm not sure where the hell I accessed that again. Oh well. Either way, what a trip to see. Like, that was back in the day, like the first phase of bald head, no beard, just this like tiny little like dual fucking horn thing sticking off my goatee, like, and now here I am. I'm back to that look. I mean, better facial hair, but
yeah, more quality beard.
Also, one of the pictures that reminded me of that was me hitting a joint, and I was like, oh wow, that's weird looking now. Very weird looking.
Dude, you know how weird I would look? Like, even to you guys, for sure.
Oh,
but also
dude.
myself without a beard. Like, if I came in here one day just like clean shaved, nothing, like just bit.
Yeah. So weird.
That ain't me. That ain't me.
I'll shave my beard off all the time, but I always have a stash. Always. If not, I look like I'm fucking 17.
Yeah, I feel like most of us in the Shedhead universe are more comfortable seeing that change with you. And I think we'd all agree, if we saw you lose the stash, that would freak us all
Dude,
out.
I can't even remember the last time I was without. It's been at least easily 10 years, if not more.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen you without it.
I may trim it down every now and then when it just starts getting out of hand, or if I just get a weird hair at my butt and I just fucking throw a guard on my fucking shaver and just go and just fucking tighten everything up.
That's how I get with the beard. I let it grow for a while, and all of a sudden I'm just like, fuck it. Let's trim it back down nice and short, close crop.
Dude, that's what I used to do. And I say used to do, but I've only not been doing it for like a year. Now I just like let a professional do it, and I just trim it. So when I get my hair cut, I get it trimmed. And in between, I'll just trim out my mustache so it doesn't curl in my mouth. That's it.
I'm going to say some of the craziest shit, and it shouldn't surprise anybody that this is my opinion on the matter. I can't justify paying somebody to cut my hair.
Well, I really can't because I don't really have any anyway. So it's like, why am I going to pay $40, to get a haircut or whatever it is now?
I
when
pay
I can
like
literally
with
just
tip, like 22 US, and I'm tipping like $8 Canadian. So like $5.50 US. I'm tipping.
Yeah, I was really just kind of throwing that price out there.
No. I'm just saying, like,
either
so
way,
to me,
like
it's
even then, bro, I could for that $20, bro, I can buy one replacement razor for the fucking palm shaver that I have and shave my head for 3 months.
Oh, absolutely. Like for everybody, it doesn't make sense. But like for me, I'd rather rock a haircut. So like I've been enjoying having a haircut, like where people can look and when it's
trust
like
me, Chris,
up, it looks.
If I had a nice mop like yourself, I'd be fucking getting all kinds of fucking sick cuts and all kinds of shit, dude. Trust. But the fact that I literally have absolutely like barely anything on top, it's like, what are we even doing here, bro? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
See, you guys already know. I used to have a full head of dreads. Like, it's not for inability to grow hair for me. It's, I can't. Like, I choose the bald look because it's manageable for me. Like I'm not spending even $20 on a haircut. Like I can't do it. Like, again, it's $20 I can put in my gas tank.
Yeah, see, like I think that for me, there's probably just like somewhere else that you spend $20 that I couldn't justify. So it's just one of those washes. Like it's like certain things that you might spend your money on will not be what I do, and vice versa. Because, dude, forever, I think it was probably 20 fucking years, if not longer. I just shaved my own head. I had a razor that I didn't even pay for. Like I think I ended up like getting it at one point in like my 20s, and would just shave it. And before that, if I was like at a homie's house and he had a razor, dude, I'd just be like, man, I'm due for a haircut, and I just shave my head. So I didn't spend like a dime on my hair forever, dude. And my beard, I used to do the same shit. I would just like let it get just like crazy out of control. And I would only trim up my mustache so it wouldn't be hanging in my mouth. And then I would just shave it down to like level 2. And then I'd let it grow for like months, dude. Like months. Like I would probably go like 4 or 5 months and not even touch my beard, dude. I would look homeless as fuck.
I'm not that bad, obviously. Like, I have to be professional, so like I keep that shit maintained. But like, no, like with the hair, like that's exactly my mentality. Is what you're talking about though when you were younger. It's just like for the smaller investment of the hair shaver that is going to now last me years and years and years, I can just take care of it myself instead of having to make time to spend that money to go, get a haircut. Like, I get it. For some people, that's like the spa for some folks, right? Like going to get the haircut, going to the barber shop. Like, I had a coworker every 2 weeks.
Themselves moment.
Right. Like every 2 weeks, without fail, those Fridays, you knew Chris was going to be an hour late getting into work. And that was because he gets his hair cut, and then he would come in. And granted, the shop we worked at, that was totally cool. No big deal. But like, yeah, you knew that was him. He was a haircut guy. And I'm going to give him credit. The fade was always nice. Like, he kept that fade on the sides crispy by going every 2 weeks. So props to that. I couldn't do it. It's not for me. Maybe when I get more mature and wiser like you, Chris, I'll change just like you did. We'll see.
Yeah, and like, dude, it wasn't even for me. It was just like I'd not shaved my head for a while. It was like in May or April. It was in April of 2023. Yeah, April of 2023. And like I was like taking my mom to visit my dad in the hospital like every day. And I would always like go in, I would talk to my dad for like 15 minutes and then I'd leave and I'd come back a couple hours later, talk to my dad for like 20, 30 minutes and then we would leave. But there would be like an hour and a half gap kind of thing because I would like take my mom there for a few hours. And I was bored as fuck. And I'm like looking in the mirror, I'm like, I'm going to go get a fucking haircut. And I went and got a haircut and dude, I don't know what it was. I felt good. I just like felt good. Felt way better than when I would shave my head. Cause it looked like I put in effort, I guess. I don't know what it was.
No, you're right though. Like there's style now. Like, let's be honest.
Like
right?
I would just put a bit of water in my hair and my hands and like go through my hair and it would like stay sort of in the right spot. And I'd be like, yo, it's like kind of tapered down on the sides all around my ears. It's like nice and tight. Like I was like, this is actually kind of nice.
I get it. There was a time I was about that life when I was like young, like we're talking like my middle school, high school years. Like I was about that life too. And I don't know, man, the hip hop thing happened and it was like, I can't be getting haircuts all the time to keep this look. Bald head. Yeah. And that's been it. Like I've been a bald head until I did the dreads. And that was shit. That was like 2-3 years of grow out and then 7 years, I think. 7 years.
The whole time I knew you had them. But I know that they were like fresher. Definitely on your wife.
We did them at the same time.
Really? Okay, then.
Yeah, we were weeks apart.
So I would say then that it was like right before I would have met you, like within 12 months of before when I met you.
Yeah, they were definitely babies when we all met. That's for sure. You guys got to watch it grow from like my face area down to like my back.
Yeah, like they might have been just touching your shoulders.
Dude, when I first
grew,
did them,
another like 10 inches easy.
When I first did them, I looked like the early Zach De La Roca in the 90s. Like my dreads were up here.
Really?
Shit was weird. Yeah.
Oh, so you didn't start like your hair was not as long as like some people's when they dread it.
My hair was down to my shoulders when I started my dreads.
And they got all the way that short?
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people don't fully appreciate that when you dread your dreadlocks correctly, you pull so much hair into those dreadlocks, you lose about half your length. So like in the front, my front dreads were like maybe down to like my temples. Because like that was the shorter part, so it probably wasn't touching my shoulders yet. It's probably like, chin level. So that was like touching temple. Like if we were to scroll back far enough on Instagram, you can find a picture of me. And obviously you're talking going back 8 years, something like that at this point. So I don't really recommend anybody waste that much time looking for that picture. But there's pictures of me on Instagram from when they're that short, and it's bizarre. It's bizarre. Watching the style change over the years, like I don't know about how much you guys changed your styles throughout your childhood and into adult life, but like let's face it, your boy's not wearing black nail polish and eyeliner anymore, and I've told those stories, so like mine has gone a lot of different directions.
I pretty much dress the same, dude.
Yeah, mine's not too different. My hairstyle's a bit different. Because like when I was younger, I used to just like rock really long hair. I just would like let my hair grow and grow and grow and grow. And then like eventually I'd just shave it off and start the whole process all over again. But more commonly, I would have had like my bangs would be like to my lip, I would think, like at least. kind of thing, other than like when I would shave it, and then like it would only take like, I don't know, 3-4 months for it to be like a shag out fucking hairdo. And like I would maybe like do a bit of an undercut at times because I was hot, and I would dye my hair a lot. So like I would dye it like blonde, and then I'd like use Kool-Aid to dye it and shit. But like no, and then I just started shaving my head. Once my hair started to go gray, I was like, oh, this is staying it. And so I started to shave my head.
I had a few different phases of hairstyles, like when I was like real young, like elementary school, till about like 6th grade. I was slick back hair, bro. Just fucking kind of like, not like super long or anything, but enough to where you can get a nice, just like slick back look going. So much so that my dad's friend used to call me Slick. And I did that for fucking, like I said, till about 6th grade. And then I remember,
a pomade little kid
No.
doing that? Just
Aquanet and fucking Mousse, dude. My grandma showed me. But anyway, then after that, 6th grade, I did the whole spiky frosted tips thing one year, like 6th grade, where I fucking shaved the sides all short, but I had the top like kind of like flat top spiky situation with the
back when
frosted
like
tips.
Blink 182 and all the pop singers all did it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I had that for however long that lasted, and I just spiked up the top for a little while. And then I think it was like 7th or 8th grade, I did the thing where you fucking spiked your whole head, where everything was just all spiky. You guys ever do that? And I just, dude, I'd use that got to be glued shit, like that fucking hair glue, and I'd just fucking sit there and I'd fucking spike it to where like it was just like everything was just like pretty much pointing to like the crown of my, like the top of my head. You know what I mean? Where it's just like I was going like super Zan almost, but my hair was never like super long. And I did that for fucking years until like my sophomore year of high school. I grew my hair out. No, was it my sophomore or my senior year? I think it was my sophomore year. Yeah, I grew my hair out. Never had long hair my entire life. And I grew it to where it was to about like here. You know what I mean? And I'd put the fucking hat on and did the skater flip. You know what I mean? Like the opposite of the Bieber, to where you know how Bieber's kind of like curled in. Mine went out. You know what I mean? Always wore a hat. So I had like long hair with a fucking hat for a long time. And then once I cut it, I cut it again once I like got to like I cut it. What happened was I ended up shaving my head like pretty drastically my sophomore year, or like the middle of sophomore year, because I ended up having my heart surgery and shit. And I was like, fuck, I don't want to have to deal with this hair. So I just shaved my head. And then when it grew back, that's when I really noticed that my hair was thinning. And then, so I just tried to fucking save it for as long as I could. I just kind of kept it a little bit longer on top and did kind of a little swoop over sort of situation to where you couldn't notice it as much. I did that for, I don't know, a couple years. And then I was just like, fuck this, dude. And then just fucking shaved it.
See, like little kid, I did the side part. Straight part down, like the side of the head, everything combed over. And then as I got older, it was always like short hair, spiking it. So like middle school and all that into like actually early middle school, because then I was like, middle of my middle school year, 7th, 8th grade. That was the first time I grew my hair long. It went down to about my shoulders. And like, I have really thick, wavy hair, so that was not enjoyable because I had like a very 80s hairstyle in 1999. You know what I mean? Like, it just wasn't really hitting. So that was when I went into the whole spiky hair phase, because that was when I was getting into like my punk scene. So like, I did the short spikes. I did the Liberty spikes. We tried a mohawk once. My hair did not take to mohawks very well. I did the funny colors. We didn't do Kool-Aid because for some reason it just wouldn't work for my hair. So I just went with Manic Panic. Back before it was the cheap Hot Topic hair dye, it was the cheap hair dye that you had to buy out of the rock magazine. So like we thought it was going to be good, and you know, anybody who's used Manic Panic knows the first time you wash your hair after it's done being dyed, most of the color's gone. But that was
dude, I would always like do it like for shows and stuff like that.
That was why we would do it.
More often than not, I would just have like bleach blonde hair. Like I would just fucking bleach the fuck out of it. Like it wouldn't be white, but
I did a blood red once that was cool as fuck, because where my hair is naturally like a dark brown anyway, I had these like, I went to this hairdresser friend of my family's, lovely gay man. This dude was the best. He would make jokes and flirt with me and then be like, there's no fucking way. You know I'm fucking kidding. You're like fucking 12. Stop it. Like, like he was a riot. I love Jerry. Shout out to you wherever you are, man. But yeah, dude, this dude actually did the whole process one time and it was the blood red time. He put my hair into this cap and he was pulling individual sections out to get like individual highlights and shit. Like he went in. But I'll tell you what, for a budding rock and roll metal punk rock kid to have spiky blood red hair felt cool as fuck for a couple of weeks. But then eventually, like similar to the rest of the stories here, like I just kind of got to this point where it's like, I pay money to maintain this. I'm just gonna zoop. It's easier. And I mean, now shit, with the advent of these skull shavers and shit like that, maintaining it's even easier. You just gotta not be a lazy fuck like me and actually keep up on it.
Yeah. That's the hard part, dude. And it's easy, dude. It's so easy. You can literally just make it part of your fucking shower routine, bro. You know what I mean? If you do it like that, you don't necessarily have to do it every day, but if you do it every day, then you always have a nicely smooth shaved head, depending on what kind of razor or whatever you're using. But I'm just too lazy to fucking do it every time, dude.
Yo, like,
so I'll go like a week, I'll let it go a little bit, and then I'll have to get the regular razor or the regular clippers, take it down to fucking no guard, and then I'm able to actually use the palm shaver. But then I have to fucking sit there and rinse it out halfway through so I can get the other side.
And you and I probably have the same problem with this, which is that like I do this and then I procrastinate for a couple of days too long, and instead of being like, all right, I need to go fucking do that, I continue to procrastinate to the point where it's like, well, now it's too much work to break out the clippers, so I'm just going to let it go a little longer until it's actually... Yep. That's where I'm at right now. Like, I need to do this, and I'm like... But I'm a nighttime shower guy. I like to get into my bed clean. So, for me, I don't know, it feels counterintuitive at the end of the day to cut the hair and then take that shower. So that's part of what I think fucks me up. I need to just cut the hair one day, like when I get home, and then take a nighttime shower and be good with it.
Yeah, I don't even think about it like that, because I always shower first thing when I get home from work, because I've been fucking sweating and stinking all day, and I'm not going to be going anywhere when I get home anyways. So I just fucking shower up, put some just like clean like basketball shorts and a shirt on, just fucking hang out. And I usually will wear those same shorts all week when I get off work, because it's like, fuck, I've only worn them for a few hours just sitting in this chair. How dirty have they gotten? You know what I'm saying? And it helps save me laundry.
I rotate through 2 pairs of basketball shorts for that very same reason. Because it's one of those, like, also, not that doing laundry is hard.
It just sucks.
It's not even that it sucks. It's one of those, like, it's an inconvenience that gets in the way of the things that I'd rather be doing.
Exactly.
So I'm with you on the like, I want to reduce the amount of laundry I create so I can prolong the time between loads of laundry. I keep it so it's one basket at a time, but I'm at a point where it's like, I have that certain pair of underwear that when that's the pair I have left, it's like, okay, laundry time. It's the last one in the rotation every time. When I get to it, it's like, yep, got to do the laundry. That's your indicator. That's the last pair of drawers you got that are clean.
I never wait till the last pair, ever. When I'm like grabbing clothes for a shower and I have like 2-3 pairs of boxers. I mean, before I threw away all my old wife beaters that I'd had forever, like some of them were like old enough to drive and I still wore them. I replaced them all. So I have like all fresh beaters now.
Proud of you.
And yeah, dude, I got like 3 different colors now. I got white, which I always had, and then I got gray and black. And they're all like the same material. They're nice. I like them. Right now I'm wearing just like a white one.
I was like, you said gray. I'm like, I'm actually rocking a gray one right now under here.
Yeah, and so I still have lots of them. But now I guess it's closer to the same amount of like boxer briefs that I have. But yeah, dude, I don't know. I feel like every Saturday I just do a load. I guess like I'll do a load like every weekend, just one load. I also, to be fair, right now for the last like year, I've been doing a lot of laundry. So like it's not really a big deal to just throw in a load that's mine when I'm doing other laundry.
Yeah.
Because I
get that.
Every weekend I'll like wash my bedding also.
See, now that's a fair point because like I don't think about it like that. For me, it's like when I look at the load of laundry that I have created, because my wife and I do our laundry separate, you know, women's things are things that don't get treated the way men do. I'm just going to dump everything in this basket in that motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a fuck.
As long as it's not brand new and it's like white and red, I will not do that.
Right.
I don't separate shit unless it's the first wash.
I'm not thinking about like her delicate things that could be in. So no, we do separate laundry. She does hers, I do mine. But it's like in that week, I have enough socks that like the 5-6 pairs of socks that I've got, the 5-6 pairs of underwear, you know, et cetera, like I have enough clothes. I don't have to worry about that. And if I go throw that in my washer, that's not making efficient use of that washing machine to me. But when you say something like, I also wash my bedding each week, I'm not thinking like that. That's how I can create efficient use, because that is something that, let's be honest, I don't think most of us are washing it quite enough. We should probably wash our bedding, if not weekly, bi-weekly, I'm sure.
I wash like my sheets every week and then every other week. Or also I'll wash my sheets and pillowcases and then every other week I'll throw the comforter in. So I don't use it, or I don't wash it as much.
I don't blame you on that.
I do it every other week.
But like,
I mean,
sheets,
sometimes I might do it twice in a row, I guess.
That the sheets and pillowcases, like we probably should wash those weekly. Let's face it. We sweat in our sleep. We wouldn't want to be wearing the same drawers for a week straight that we've been sweating in. Why would we use the bedding that we've been sleeping and sweating in for a week?
I mean, I think that the safe average is probably most people do it every other week. Like they might be like, "Oh, I got paid. It's this weekend. I do my fucking bedding."
You guys want to know how lazy I am?
What's that?
I sleep on top of my comforter, so I don't have to wash my sheets, and then I just wash my comforter and my pillowcases, so that the sheet's always clean. No, I do that so I don't have to wash my sheet as often. I'll wash it like once or twice a month. Because most of the time I'm just on top of my fucking comforter because I don't even crawl under it because it's too hot.
We don't rock anything like a comforter on our bed. Quite literally, we use the fitted sheet and this like one thin blanket on top of us. That's it.
I like the weight. I won't be completely tucked underneath more often than not. But I like the weight. I actually really like quilts, but I only have a quilt that's good for a double, so it looks weird on a queen. Like now I have a queen, so it's like not quite big enough. And honestly, I genuinely think whenever I move from this place, I really want to buy a king bed. I've spent like 5 nights in the last 3 months in a king bed in a hotel. So not even like a good one, but like a king bed's kind of nice, gents. Like,
I used to
I
have
know.
one, dude.
yeah. Oh,
I had one for a long time. California king at that.
I just threw a king out when we moved into this place.
and now you went back to a queen?
So here's the fucked up thing. This is where shit'll get weird. I threw that king out. It was never mine, so I never spent any real time sleeping in it.
Oh, was it like your roommates?
It was my mom's.
Oh, okay.
We, from the time we met, were sharing a full size bed until we
So
upgraded
double.
to our
That's
queen.
what that is, right? A full is the same as a double? Or is there a step?
So you have single, and at least in American size that I know of, you have single, twin, full, queen, king, California king.
Okay, so we would call full a double
Which,
up here
yeah,
then. Because it goes single, twin, double, queen, king, California king.
yeah. So they just call it a full here. But yeah, same idea. So we shared that, and so when we upgraded to our queen, that was just a life changer in and of itself. Now I save the full, so it's like if I have a guest over, we could pull the full up upstairs and be like, "Here you go. We throw that on the living room floor for you. You don't have to sleep on the couch alone." You know what I mean? Like,
I'll tell you what, your couch is pretty comfortable. I've slept on it twice, and I have no complaints.
dude, that couch is evil. Like, you can get comfortable on that couch and not realize that you fell asleep. I have the Chase Lounge here in the
Honestly,
studio.
bro, that's like the last 3 couches we've had. It may just be me, bro. My mom always used to say, like, back in the day, she thought I had like a button that whenever I sit down and like would stay there for too long, it would just like shut me down. Because like anytime I like sat on the couch or anything for a while, I'd just sit down and just fucking knock out, dude. It was mainly because I was just ripped.
Yeah.
Sit in a comfy couch. Yep. Night night.
Yep.
Cush naps. Yep.
They'll hit you quick. Speaking
Oh,
of
yeah.
cush naps, dude, I need to fucking fill this bag up again.
And in the vein of Kush, the selection has been made. We talked about it a week or two ago. What strain I was debating to do. What was I going to grow for the next round in the tent? Because we are fast approaching the end of flower for my current purple turples. My next purple turples, their clones, will be moving into the flowers tent. And I'm going to pop the garlic triangle mints, the wedding cake garlic breath cross. I think that's the decision. We're going to pop those in the tent and shoot for a round of 8 and see if we can't get 8 nice garlic triangle mints. Also, I found this cross being referred to as vampire mints, which I like that name, although it's a little not right. It entertains me. So,
Dude, anything with the mints in it, dude, I'll check out. I'm rocking some thin mints right now. I keep forgetting I also have this glacier tube or the glycerin chamber thing for my volcano. I'll tell you what, dude, it does make it a nice, cool vape. You know what I mean?
Didn't we use one at the meetup with Will?
I think.
What's that?
I don't know if we did use his or not.
I remember we put it in the freezer. I don't remember if we remembered to grab it when we were doing bags.
I think the first time we tried to use it, it was clogged.
I think that we did use it though. Well, I think that I used it, but I was there, I think, for at least one more night.
Yeah, you were. Either way, I mean, I've had glycerin pipes myself. I've hit the glycerin bongs. Like, I get the idea, and it is quite an enjoyable experience. I think the only thing is, like, for someone like me who doesn't have like a little freezer here in the room I'm using my device, it would be something easy to forget about because I would go stick it in the freezer upstairs in the kitchen, and then I'd come down and do some stuff, rip a couple of these G-Pen dash bowls, waiting for that thing to freeze up, and then forget all about it. Just rip a bag without it.
Done.
But,
I do that, and I have a mini fridge with a freezer in my room right next to my desk. So it doesn't matter. You'd do it even if you had it in your room.
I did find, and I think it's time to pull the trigger. There've been a couple of these little mini fridges going around. They're just desktop fridges. They'll hold like a six pack.
Yeah, I've seen them.
I want to scoop one up because
you got a Costco near you?
No. But like I can buy one on Amazon for like $40. You know what I mean? You can get one at Walmart for about the same price.
I was at Costco like a week ago and I saw one and I was like, oh dude, that's pretty slick. But I also was like, I don't need it because I have a
full mini fridge. Yeah.
Dude, it's pretty big, bro.
Like I was thinking that's perfect for concentrates.
Dude, the amount of shit that's in my mini fridge right now is kind of hilarious, dude, because I've got 4 different flavors of Mountain Dew, 5 different flavors, scratch that. I've got regular, Baja Blast, Liberty Chill, and Code Red, as well as a bottle or 2 of some Infinite Twist. I've got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different cans of beer, and I'm not talking 12 ounce. I'm talking, the bigger cans of like craft beer in there, as well as like a couple grams of some hash. And there's 6 Monsters in there too.
Yeah. If you had some edibles, also a good place to store them.
Oh yeah, there's a spot just for those right
there.
But I really don't mess with the edibles too much, dude. Like honestly, every time I get them, I don't necessarily know if I'm feeling the effects or not majority of the time. And then I end up just smoking. And then at that point, I don't know if it's me just being high off of what I inhaled or the edible that I took. So it's like I'm like skeptical. Jesus Christ, dude, I can't even talk right now. I'm skeptical on trying a bunch of them because it's like I feel like I'm just gonna throw my money away.
I mean, as a person who I believe, like yourself, has found that we need ridiculously high doses to actually discernibly say, yes, I'm high from an edible. I've kind of shifted my take on edible usage as the experience enhancer. You know what I mean? Like with so many of these products now starting to be tailored more for experience, it's kind of cool because now we can find stuff like, personally, edibles are great for me for unwinding pain and relaxation, right? So like I will look for the things that are more indica driven, that have those terpenes included, those sort of things. And that's what I'll start to pick, or the RSO ones, any of the RSO infused stuff, because again, game changer to get that RSO in you. That's where I actually find the biggest impact is with the RSO infused ones. Cause then like we've talked about it before, in Massachusetts, it's a 5 milligram limit per piece.
Yeah,
so
if you 10 here.
Yeah. So that's the thing. Like I can get 100 milligram pack with 20 pieces in it. If I eat 2 pieces to get 10 milligrams, like James's one, like it's going to be a delicious gummy. And I'm not going to be like off my ass. But what's going to happen is in a couple of hours, my knee pain won't really be so achy, my shoulder will feel a little bit looser.
I'll eat the whole
that's about it,
dude. I'll eat the whole 100 milligrams and barely notice it.
I think that also so I know for me, so this is my experience, is that if I eat, like, let's just say, I think that of recent years, the most wrecked was one day on the podcast many moons ago. I ate a 150 milligram chocolate bar, and I was wrecked. But if I eat like 25 milligram, it does nothing for me other than what Sean's talking about. Like, if I get up from my desk, I might not be like, oof, or like I might not be like thinking about something else. I don't know. Like, it might do something to my brain, but it's very, very minimal. If I want to get like stoned, it doesn't make sense for me, because for me, it's so difficult to get the stoned without getting the fucking annihilated. Like, because if I eat 75 milligrams, like, I might be stoned, but there might be some days that I'm not. And then there might be some days that 75 milligrams is going to be enough to like get me really wrecked. And then there's other days that like I can eat 150 milligrams and I'm wrecked. There might be one day that I eat 150 milligrams and like I can't even talk. I haven't got there yet.
I get what you're saying, but that could also be due to what kind of edibles you're getting and what kind of derivative they're using to infuse. You know what I mean? Because that all comes into play too. Are they using just like some distillate? Are they using like some actual, like hash or
his personal factors are included in all that too, right? True. Like, how much has he eaten prior to consuming edibles that day? What's his diet been like the week leading up to it? Because if your stomach's in a more acidic state throughout that week, it's going to burn off some more cannabinoids and shit. Like, so many weird factors at play.
Oh, there's so many. Because it could be like, what am I doing? Like, where was my mental state before I fucking ate them? Like, I have plans that I'm worried about? Like, there's all these different things that can affect how high I get.
I envy the guy that can eat the 5 milligram dose, and he's like, it feels like I drank 2 beers, man.
Same, dude.
Like,
I wish.
Like, well, I wish that too, to be honest.
I've had people I know who, like, I have burned, blunt after blunt, bong rip after bong rip, joint after joint with these people. Like, these kids can puff tough, but 10 milligrams will fucking spin them out. You know what I mean? And it's like, bro, I wish I had the body chemistry to do that. That I could take a half a gummy and be like, this is me chilling. Half a gummy. 2.5 milligrams. Like, bro, some of y'all who have
literally
that,
drink one of those drinks and be like feeling fucking
right?
fantastic.
Like, I would just drink those sodas because they taste good and like they were adding to the amount of cannabis in my body. At 5 milligrams a can, it was like, these are delicious, but I'm paying $7 for knockoff Mountain Dew. You know what I mean? Like, just because there's 5 milligrams of weed in it. Like, that's crazy. It was fun to try. I won't lie. It was fun to try, and it wasn't bad. But
remember the Walmart Mountain Rush?
Honestly, can't hate on it.
Was it that?
Dude, there's actually no knockoff Mountain Dew that's bad, in my opinion. I've had at least half a dozen. Never had one that was bad.
The Mountain Lightning was okay too.
Yeah. Fago's Mountain Dew knockoff is good.
I've had that. It was good.
Surefine, theirs is good.
Never had that. I think the only ones I've had are the first two.
I heard, me trying to stay up on all my snack food news. That was it, prebiotic soda company that's out, Olipop.
Mm-hmm.
They just made their own Mountain Dew-esque flavor, and apparently people are saying it's really good. Like, it's a really close Mountain Dew flavor, and now it's good for you.
Dude, speaking of fucking delicious flavors and keeping you up on snacks, have you seen these around yet, Sean?
Not yet, but I got a piece of news for you along a similar lines. So tell us about that.
So these are the Trolley Sour Electric Crawlers, and they're 2 different flavors in one. and they're not like half and half. They're like swirled amongst themselves. So the first one's a blue and yellow, and it's a blueberry lemonade. Absolutely delicious. The next one's like pink and purple, and it's mango dragon fruit. And let me tell you what, dude.
Oh, that's got to be good.
I was pleasantly surprised. Very, very, very good. It's honestly, it's up there. But dude, what really surprised me, Sean, is this next one. The combos, very common, nothing crazy about it. It's the colors are red and yellow, and it's strawberry watermelon. But dude, let me tell you what. This thing tastes like a fresh watermelon, dude. I don't really get much of the strawberry, but it tastes like a fresh piece of watermelon. It's kind of weird. I'm gonna eat one right now just to.
So they didn't want it to taste like a Sour Patch watermelon, basically.
It could be the strawberry in it that makes it taste like that, but it's almost got like a little rininess to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but not in the bad way.
I gotta be on the lookout for that.
They're delicious. I gotta get one of these mango dragon fruits in. But what else do you have to tell me?
Oh boy! So we discussed this here on the podcast. We said, why didn't this product exist yet? Because we already love the current iterations of it. Well, holy shit, gentlemen. It's not like we had any influence on this, but it happened.
What?
This is a new Nerds gummy cluster.
Oh, wait. Grape and strawberry.
It's the grape and strawberry combo on one cluster.
Yo, take one of those out. Tell me
I can't. It's literally I crushed
They're
it.
Gone.
Crushed it, bro. I bought this bag and destroyed it in one sitting watching a YouTube video because they were that damn good.
Dude, we were just talking about that, Sean.
I know.
We were literally just talking about that. I can't wait for the strawberry watermelon pack. Or no, the cherry watermelon.
Dude.
If
I know this is one thing I know. Liz is going to be pumped because she is mad addicted to fucking Nerds Cluster.
Just note that it's a limited time. So find them while you can, because this is a whole NFL promotion for the start of the NFL season. With a little tailgate party sweepstakes thing.
Did you get them at Walmart?
I found mine at Walmart. Yes, I did.
All right, I'm going to look at Walmart.
I found them in the actual candy section because I wanted to buy
I'll actually go into a Walmart. I honestly never do.
But yo, that is the start of something genius. Because, like you said, they start going into the other combo packs that they made like that and create variants. Like, oh, the possibilities.
Dude, the cherry watermelon, bro.
There was the lemonade one they did too. The hell was that one? It was lemonade and something else. Was that also a cherry?
Dude, the one thing I'm upset about is I can't find the sour version of these things anywhere, dude. Those. I can't find those, dude.
You have a bigger pack than this, maybe. How many grams
this is the fucking big one, dude. This is 283 grams.
I think it's
about this is 170. That's it.
Yeah, so that's half.
This is a 227 gram for this guy.
Dang, James, I need to get fucking that size bag, homie.
Dude, no, you don't. Because then you're just going to fucking...
Chris, what did I just say? In like a half-hour YouTube video, I crushed 227 grams of Nerds gummy clusters. Not a good thing.
Gummy clusters, they're so good.
There's 8 servings in this package, and I ate them all. All right, at 100 calories per serving. So that was 800 calories in a half an hour.
And a lot of that is sugar.
Just sitting on my ass. And yeah, it's all sugar and salt. That's it. Sugar and salt. Why aren't I getting gains in the gym? Well, because you admitted on your podcast that you just ate 800 calories of candy in a half an hour.
Yep. But damn, was it delicious.
But it was good.
Damn it! Now I can't stop eating these.
Danger.
Oh, and you know what else I got? Because we was talking about them. Oh, I also Sean. Also
The
got the
wife's
clusters.
the wife just finished off a blueberry or the wild berry, mixed berry, whatever the fuck they call the blue bag.
Got me
Very,
some of
very-
these bad boys, Sean.
You know what's great about those two is that you can keep them in a car on a relatively warm day, and they're mostly stable.
Yeah, there's no repercussions. Yeah.
So like they're not like I made the mistake. I bought a bag of Haribo gummy bears on a lunch break, and I just left them in my car. Wasn't thinking about it, and then I came back 2 hours, 3 hours later when my day was over, and I had this gummy puddle in the bag, and I was like, "Oh yeah, it's too hot for these." But I'll tell you what, that was the best gummy cola gummy chunk ever.
Dude, you know what I kind of wish this was? And it's just the kid in me. Instead of them being like a bunch of just like strips of it, I wish it was just like a fucking spool of it. You know what I mean? Like
Oh,
it's
like
just
a big old,
like a wheel.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like bubble
You could
tape
just
back
be
in the
like
day.
pulling it.
Yeah, dude. Wouldn't that be sick? And if you wanted
It's like
to,
fruit. I
if you
love
wanted to,
fruit
you
by
could
the
be
foot.
like Sean and just be a fucking menace to society and just fucking bite into it and not even peel it at all. Because
How'd
you know that's
know?
I knew you would do that. I just know you, Sean.
Just because I know it irks people. I'm that guy that buys the Kit Kat,
And
unwraps
bites.
all four of them, and then looks you in the eye as I bite through the middle. I don't know if it was on the grade room or if it was here, but I remember telling the story in one of the two shows. But we found out that a friend of ours, it makes him really uncomfortable if people eat a pint of ice cream. I can't remember how he explained it, but basically his idea is that when you eat a pint of ice cream, you eat the top down. So the idea of getting into a pint of ice cream and like digging a hole in the center and leaving like the rest makes him so crazy and uncomfortable. So my wife and I would intentionally buy pints of Ben and Jerry's and eat half a pint of Ben and Jerry's, but straight down to the bottom of the tub. And then intentionally send pictures to his wife to show him.
That's just cruel.
Just to fuck with him.
It's
Like,
funny.
yeah, people do it.
It's
People
funny,
do
but
it.
That's cruel.
Okay, you want to know a weird ice cream thing? Dude, I can remember, I'd honestly, if my dad was still around and I asked him about it, he would probably give the same fucking response. So I remember when I was a kid, and we used to have like every cousin, we would have like a birthday party for every cousin. So like your whole family would come to your house, like extended family, like your moms and or your mom's sisters, whatever, all that kind of stuff. And one time, my Uncle Mike was in charge for the ice cream on the cake. And so up here, where I grew up, this company called Chapman's Ice Cream was like a pretty big company. It was in like all the grocery stores, whatever. And it would come in like the cardboard, like rectangle container. I don't know if you guys get those the same way. And dude, he fucking opened that bitch up. So it was just like this big block of ice cream, and he cut slices of ice cream and put it on people's plates, dude. And like my dad was like, "What the hell are you doing, Mike? Like, this is horrible." He's like so fucking upset about it.
Dude, but honestly,
It was so weird.
Shout outs to homie that did that, bro. It's genius.
That is my Uncle Mike.
Well, that's the thing, right? Like, if you know you're going to go through that whole block of ice cream to serve everybody,
Why the fuck not, dude?
that is brilliant.
Dude, but then think about it like this. If you've got like a square cake and you're cutting off square slices or whatever, you fucking lay it just right on top of the cake, or put the ice cream down and then put the cake on top of the ice cream.
Bro, yes. Dude.
Uncle Mike was onto something, bro.
Your uncle was a man ahead of his time.
Yeah, my dad hated it though. That's like the one thing I can remember about it. Like I don't even remember like when you're a kid sometimes you're like, oh, it's different, like it's gonna taste different, but it's the exact same thing and it ends up tasting the exact same. Like I might have had that go on and be like, oh, this is so weird. I just have a slab of ice cream on my plate. But yeah, no, it worked. Now that I think about it, like if you made some like nice homemade like cookies and you just like made them thin and like wide, like big, you could just like cut the slice, have like half an inch, three quarters of an inch of a slice of the ice cream, put it on, then you could just place the fucking cookies, bro, and then you could just do the good old lick around the edge and eat the fucking cookie sandwich. Ooh.
There are people who literally like they'll take like the pint and
That's
they'll
what I was
do
gonna say, dude.
that.
It's the perfect size for fucking if you make it like the cookie right. You know what I mean? And then you just fucking cut the fucking pint and then just put it in cookies, dude.
Yeah, like there are people already doing that. It's why like your uncle was just ahead of his time, man.
Dude, and that was in like the 80s, bro.
I'm saying he was a visionary. He was like, we're going to unfold this cardboard box. I'll bet you this man knew that the Chinese takeout container unfolded to a plate.
Maybe. But what was I gonna say before that? Fuck.
I fucks with ice cream.
Oh, ice cream and cookies. There's this place in Santa Cruz, Pacific Cookie Company, I think, or Pacific. What did I say?
Specific?
Yeah, Pacific. Jesus Christ, Rames.
It's a specific cookie company in Santa Cruz.
No,
I'm not going to tell you who it is, though.
Yeah, but it's one. Pacific Cookie Company in Santa Cruz. They had like a little fucking creamery where they got like ice cream from like a local like ice cream spot. And then they fucking had their fresh cookies, and you go in and you pick your cookies to make your ice cream sandwich. So you can mix match if you wanted, and then you pick whatever ice cream and stuff you want. But dude, my guilty pleasure would be going and getting 2 lemon drops and putting rainbow sherbet between it.
I could see that. Yep.
I don't really like sherbet.
I do, bro. I'm a big. I like fruits. I like fruit flavor stuff, dude. You know, that's why I probably ate mango so heavy. But dude, in my second would they had amazing snickerdoodles, and then they also had like a snickerdoodle cookie dough ice cream. So you get that, and then your snickerdoodles, bro. Or like I'd get like one snickerdoodle and like one like chocolate chip or something to kind of like, break it up a little. But dude, so fire.
Bro, I could already see it. I would do a peanut butter cookie, a chocolate chip cookie, and put that snickerdoodle ice cream in the middle.
Yeah, and the ice cream was delicious too, bro. I'm trying to remember what the name of the ice cream spot was.
That's a strong flex on a business to be like, yo, local creamery, hot fresh cookies, boom, get some. How do you say no to that? Like if I was walking down the street and walked by that place, I'd be like, those cookies smell delicious. And they got fresh local
ice. What was the name of that spot, dude? Missed something? Damn, dude, I don't remember. But dude, if you went to the actual spot, like the actual creamery, dude, they had way more flavors. And then they do all kinds of like crazy like malts and shakes and sundaes and splits and all that, dude.
I haven't had a malt
floats
in a long time.
Oh, really?
Very long time.
Dude,
I like malts more than frap.
Oh, for sure, dude. So like I haven't had it in probably since I moved here. I have not bought it again. Ovaltine, bro. I fucking love Ovaltine. Dude,
really?
Me and my best friend used to fucking drink the shit out of that. When we get home from snowboarding, that'd be like the first thing. Like we'd be like, go in, and his mom would be like, "Oh, I got a pot on, boys," and she'd have like a pot with some like milk in it, warming it up, making us some fucking.
You would drink
Ovaltine.
hot Ovaltine.
Yeah, dude. I like it cold also, but hot. Oh yeah. Dude, like when you've been snowboarding all day, bro, and you come home and you're going to be just chilling at like your best friend's house and his mom's like, I'm making Ovaltine, and you're just like, Life is the best. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd be thinking that, but I'm happy for you, dude. That's
Yeah.
awesome for you.
I'd be like so stoned too.
So you
Yeah,
just
great.
painted a really warm and
Yeah.
wonderful memory
yeah,
for
like,
me
I'm
to
super-
enjoy with you.
Yeah, I'm super stoked to hear you had so much fun, but dude, I would be out.
I
Dude,
didn't.
what do you mean? How, you don't like Ovaltine? Really?
No.
Oh.
I didn't dislike Ovaltine, but I wouldn't pick it.
As a Nesquik guy or Hershey syrup and milk, bro.
Okay, so James, I don't think this will change for you, but for Sean, I think it would. If you're ever at Walmart, and I'm assuming that there's a chance they might have it, it might be in the international section. If you see, it's called Milo, Milo.
Oh,
It is like
I've seen
if
it.
yeah, dude, it's like if you took a scoop of Ovaltine and a scoop of Quick and put it together. It's like a more chocolatey version of Ovaltine.
See,
Or a malted version of Nesquik.
for me, Ovaltine reminds me of my grandparents. Like, I had my father's father and stepmom. They were an Ovaltine household, so that was where I got introduced to it. I had it only ever cold there. Like I said, I didn't dislike it, but I was from a Nesquik household. I had the big ass plastic bunny jar, you know what I mean? And so, like, when I compared them, it was less chocolatey, but it was fine.
I'm just reminiscing on all my chocolate milk recipes growing up as a kid. And dude, when I was younger, like when I was like probably like elementary school, like 10, 9 or 10, like somewhere around that range, dude, whenever I'd find like the bottle of like Hershey's chocolate syrup, like in the fridge, I'm like, oh, dude, it is going down. And I would drink so much chocolate milk, bro. But dude, I put so much fucking syrup in this fucking cup that like you'd fucking, of course, like mix it up to like till you think it's all dissolved. And then by the time you're done, dude, there's like that thick of a layer of fucking
Yeah, there's
syrup
like enough
left
to
on
fill
the
it back up and have a regular
Dude.
glass of chocolate milk.
I do it, and I just keep doing it and doing it and just keep filling it up and drink and just like go until like my mom would yell at me and put, you know what I mean, put the milk and syrup away. Because dude, we'd pound fucking chocolate milk. So eventually she like stopped buying the Hershey syrup for a while. Dude, it sucked. Sundays were terrible, bro. Just all you had was
used to
fucking
actually really
vanilla
like-
ice cream, no syrup, dude.
Oh, that's fine. That's still fine.
Yeah, but dude, oh, we'd go.
I'd
ham
rather
on the
have chocolate
fucking
milk
syrup,
and then
dude.
vanilla ice cream, personally. That's what I would rather do. But I know that when I was a kid, we used to have with straw. So up here, I don't know if you guys have the same brand, but the biggest one for a long time, because they were the first ones to come liquid. It was called Brown Cow. Did you guys have that?
I
think
have
so.
no idea.
Okay, it was before Nesquik was available in a liquid. Before Nesquik was only available in a powder. You get it in like the tin with the little circular pop-off part. That was the only way you could get it here for it, like my childhood. And there was Strawberry Cow and Brown Cow, and we used to have those. And I used to like strawberry milk too. It was good. A lot more often than not, I would put a little bit of each.
Dude, you know what's crazy about that, Chris? Is I never really thought about it because like I don't like like strawberry milk, but dude, give me a strawberry milkshake, and I'll fuck it up.
Yeah,
And I feel like they taste pretty much the same,
they're really similar.
but I do not fuck with chocolate or strawberry milk. Chocolate milk I'll fuck up, but I don't know what it is.
I don't do either.
No
Never.
chocolate, no strawberry.
No, I'm talking about the strawberry milk or the strawberry milkshake.
Oh,
Yeah. As far as making my own chocolate milk now, I've seen the light, and I will pay an egregious amount for this bottle of chocolate milk, and I will love every minute of it because that Fairlife chocolate milk is
Dude, it's pretty
fucking fair how good it is.
It's pretty fire, dude.
It's not fair,
It's
bro.
pretty fire. Not only that, but you don't have the lactose in it, so you don't get the fucking farts and the bubble guts.
Exactly. Like, I will pay the extra for that because, my God, like, I don't do it often. But let me tell you, all right, there's a reason our parents wouldn't let us do this as children. But as adults, I urge everybody, go buy yourself a bottle of this Fairlife chocolate milk. Go find your favorite chocolate cereal and just pour your ass a bowl with that milk. There's a reason our parents wouldn't let us have chocolate milk directly as the milk in our cereal like that. Oh my God, is it an amazing experience to have as an adult? I did that with a bowl of Lucky Charms, and boys, oh my God. I probably had the prerequisite for diabetes after that, but still, it was incredible. I highly recommend people try it at least once in your life, provided it's not going to give you those kind of adverse health effects. Unbelievable experience.
Did you guys ever have, I can't remember who made it. I'm assuming it was Quick, the blueberry one?
Blueberry milk?
Yeah, if it wasn't them, then it must have been like the same people. Maybe it was called Blue Cow. I don't fucking remember. But yeah, no, there was a blueberry one I had when I was like at most like a teenager.
I don't ever recall ever seeing or experiencing blueberry milk.
But see, you know what I want to do now? So when I was younger, I used to go, when I was in high school, actually, there was like a restaurant, like a family restaurant that was in the plaza right beside school. And like, you're allowed to leave. There was never a restriction on not being able to leave school grounds. So I would just walk up to the plaza, and they used to sell like milkshakes for $2.50. And they were like fresh made milkshakes there. It wasn't like from like a machine or whatever. Like they'd have like the old school machine with like the metal cup and all that. And you could get chocolate, vanilla, or strawberry. And I used to just get Neapolitan. That's what I would ask for. And so I would get like a little bit of chocolate, a little bit of strawberry, a little bit of vanilla. And now I kind of want to go get like strawberry Quick or strawberry Cow, if they even make that anymore. Quick. And fucking just put like a drop of vanilla, like, you know, baking vanilla, and put a drop in my fucking drink. And then fucking stir that bitch up. And I'll just have a Neapolitan fucking milk.
So it does exist. I've never seen it in a store, but this is a local dairy provider in my area that I see in stores, and they do make a blueberry milk.
Yeah, dude. I'm gonna tell you what, like, I really do like drinking milk when it's flavored. I don't like drinking milk when it's not flavored. I love milk and cereal.
Like, I feel shocked by it, but then like I think about it and I go, all right, but if you gave me like, let's say, blueberry swirl vanilla ice cream, and it was like, hey, I'm making milkshakes with this. Want to try one? Yeah, I want to try one. That sounds delicious.
Yeah.
And if that sounds delicious, why wouldn't that blueberry milk taste delicious?
I had a blueberry milkshake actually when I went to Ontario in August. And it was the most expensive milkshake I've ever bought. And it was from a fast food restaurant. But it was really good. And it was a blueberry milkshake. And it was fucking blueberry, dude. It was quite tasty. It had like real whipped cream on top, which added to it. So it was a good fucking milkshake. But dude, it was like $7.50 US from a fast food. Like that's what it was. At McDonald's, you can get a large milkshake that was way bigger than this milkshake for like almost half the price.
Yeah, but we know what a McDonald's milkshake is.
It's a triple thick.
It's not very much milkshake and very much frozen
like this
dairy
milkshake
treat.
was way better. This milkshake was way better. Yeah.
So that is the trade-off for your price, I think. But like, there's a place out on Cape Cod. that does some really unique ice creams, and I'm told that they have a dragon fruit swirl ice cream.
I don't know if I'd like that.
It's Dragon Shake.
Oh yeah. But I've never vaped Dragon Shake once. I've never even tried it.
Really?
Yeah, and it's not necessarily, the not buying it is on purpose. I've never purposely bought
Right.
it. But like, I've just never been around anybody who was vaping it where I'd be like, yo, can I fucking take a hit on that? I've always wondered.
It's a unique flavor. I mean, let's face it.
I remember I vaped something that had dragon fruit and cream, the milk of the poppy from Vapetasia. Do you remember that?
Vaguely.
It was strawberry dragon fruit cream. That's like the 3 flavors. And it was like fine. But I'm curious what Eric's is like. But I think that I probably won't buy it. I'd rather just buy
Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to hopefully remember this conversation at random, come close to the next time that we all get together. And I'm just going to make sure that I have Dragon Shake on something so that you have an opportunity.
Well, put it this way. Next April.
That's what I'm saying.
You can even buy it from the shop.
Because
I just know that if I buy it, I probably won't like it.
I do enjoy it already, which is why I want to try the idea of a dragon fruit ice cream. Because like I was talking about the idea to somebody, and they was like, "Oh yeah, there's that place down in Provincetown that has it." I was like, "Wait, really?" So I want to investigate, make sure that that's true at some point, and then go try it. Because, dude, like, I like that flavor. If the real ice cream is there and I have an opportunity to even make it into a milkshake, let's go. Because, like, these dudes do alcohol-infused ice cream. So, like, I've had one that was a rum-infused ice cream, and it had little rum-filled chocolates through it. So you had to obviously show ID just to order ice cream. So
there's like a bar or something around here that like or like a brewery that has like ice cream as well, that they like do like beer floats and all kinds of crazy stuff.
A beer float.
That sounds horrible.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
I'm not surprised by
stout,
it. That sounds horrible.
Like a stout which has those coffee or chocolatey notes and those creamy notes with actual creamy ice cream could work. It could work. I don't know if I'd want to do it with a sour. Although, I don't know, a sour with a sherbet might not suck. Which, speaking of sours, they opened a brewery. If you're ever out here, James, I'll have to go with you and take you down there. They call it Sour Not Sorry.
Sour Not Sorry?
Yep. That's their whole line. Different sours.
Huh. I'll have to check them out because I was trying to find some more 450 brewing, and dude, the spot that I had got him at in the past didn't have anything, dude. And I was so bummed. I went on my birthday. It's like, oh, dude, I want a black cherry gelato so bad right now. Nothing.
I've still got a bunch of those shallow graves sitting in my fridge. Still got to finish those off. But I'm overdue for another visit down to those guys because Indie Firm, cool place, cool people. Like, I got into a conversation the other day with a guy about tattoos, music, and then through that, this other dude starts chiming in. We all start sharing different band options. I came across some cool bands that I had never heard. I gave this dude a couple bands he had never heard. It was a good time. All over a beer because we're all hanging out at the little brewery. One of the things that I think is really kind of fun about hanging out there is that there's this group of like probably 8 to 10 people that seem to get together there every week at the same time. And it's just kind of cool to see them like get together and just shoot the shit and like catch up with each other in the same spot. And because obviously like they don't have a restaurant, they're just, a little brewery with a little tap room in it. Like, these people will bring like a couple bags of chips and some box of crackers, and they'll all get a beer, and then they'll hang out at the table and just catch up and eat chips and crackers and pretzels, and it's such a cool time to hang out with some of these people. It's wild. Dog friendly, so like you get to know some of the dogs that are there every week. Shout out to Hopper. You can guess why he's named Hopper. It's good shit, though. Oh, man.
Sorry, dudes. I like, for some reason, I started looking through because I was going to bring up, I got back into my Marvel app and started reading some more storylines and shit. And I just read two different versions of a storyline, the Secret Wars, that involves like all your different heroes and all your different villains and stuff. And dude, I went and read one from like the mid 80s, and then the one I just got done reading was one from 2015, and how the story has changed somewhat, but also is kind of similar. But how there's all kinds of different characters in like the more recent one compared to what there was in the one from like 84.
Is it how do I ask this question? Is it like a jarring thing? Like, is it like a huge jump, or is it like, oh wow, they've really evolved it, but it's still the same character?
It's definitely like more evolved in the storyline, kind of like it's deeper than, because the crazy thing about like Marvel comics over the years is like, well, I guess they still even kind of did it then, but it's like more of even the thing now is like there's so many different like storylines within like the same like universe that are being written along the same time as other things. So like there's like comics that are doing runs at the same time as this Secret Wars thing is happening. So there's like 3 or 4 different things that tie in to this, that like if you like look through like the app, they have like a reader's guide where they kind of like help you out, like tell you, oh well, if you want to know more about this, like what happens before, during, and after, like they'll tell you which comics to read, and it gives you more backstory to what's going on behind the bigger picture of the Secret Wars event. You know what I'm saying? So like now I'm going to go back and go reading through. There's like 3 different parts. Like there's what was it? Secret Wars Last Days, what is it? Warzone and Battle World. And they like all take place like at different points throughout the Secret Wars event. So I'm going to go through and read all those different comics, and dude, they encompass like all of the Marvel universe. So like one comic might be like a Spider-Man one, and the next one might be Thor, and the one after that might be like a Magneto one, and then the next one could be somebody else, you know what I mean? And then but somehow they all tie together to what happens in the overall big, you know what I mean?
You get the benefit of hindsight because you're able to see all of these pieces, whereas like having to have read them like as comics were coming out and just serialized, you didn't have this ability to cross-reference. That's dope.
Well, the app pretty much does it all for you, which is pretty sick. Like you just kind of like type in what you're looking for, and you can just type like the like reader's guide, and it like literally like goes and like pulls all the comics that like go with whatever events. Like when I originally downloaded this app, it was so I could read the whole House of M event, which was pretty crazy. And then I was like, well, dude, what other, like, because I was like, instead of just like reading issue after issue of like whatever, why don't I just look for like some storylines of things that I've either heard about or kind of know about and want to know more about, and actually like read the whole run. But dude, one that I read in between this was called The Books of Doom. dude. It was all about Victor Von Doom, aka Doctor Doom, and like his whole like come to how he came to become Doctor Doom sort of thing. And it was pretty intense. Artwork was pretty sick. Story was pretty cool.
Yes. Doctor Doom.
It's been nice just like doing that instead of like filling my head with all the random scrolling as of late. I've been trying to power through some comics. Dude, the funny thing is like today, like I was trying to like get through the last couple of issues. So like in between like runs on the CNC, I had my phone and it was just sitting on my little table next to the computer. And I'd sit there and just read like a page or two, change the fucking sheet out, put a new sheet on, keep the machine running. Because like there's points where you kind of have to stand there and watch it. So I was like, well, shit, if I'm just going to stand here, it's like I can watch and read at the same time. It's just like, read a couple things, looked at, check things, read a couple. All right, cool. The sheet I was running today took a long time. We're taking a long time, dude, because you have to do so many different passes. Because I was cutting out 18 individual flanges with different fucking drill and bore patterns on them. And anyways.
Yeah. Having a complicated day is nice, but also having the day where you can just breathe for a minute in between each step. We all need those too. I'm glad you were able to do something to make it fun.
I probably shouldn't be doing it, but
Nah, I think you're all right. It seems like you have the right balance on that. Oh man, yeah. It's been one of those months lately where I'm like, I chose this, but that's life sometimes. You go, why do I like this so much?
No, I think that's like life in general. I think no matter what you're doing,
that's it.
Like I chose to do this.
Wait a minute, I said yes to this. What was I on? I don't think I signed up for this. Oh yeah, I did. Shit. Yeah. Thank God I got some good people to work with so I can ball bust and they can ball bust and we can have a good time. I was out for jury duty, and so while I was out, they printed out the cover of Pauly Shore's Jury Duty and hung it on my on one of my whiteboards in my office. Like, all right, good gag.
I don't know if I've ever seen that one, Jury Duty.
Been a long time.
Dude, the ones that automatically pop into my head are the obvious, like Encino Man, Biodome, Son-in-Law, in the Army Now.
In the Army Now. Like, I was talking to a buddy about it at work about it, and he's like, I don't know if I've ever, watched any Pauly Shore movies. I'm like, well, I mean, day of the day, the joke's all the same. It's Pauly Shore's a burnout.
Pretty much.
That's pretty much the joke. Like, his character's a burnout in all these movies.
Dude, and everything. Even like when he was getting famous to get those movies, he was a fucking burnout on MTV.
Yeah. Like, that's
It was the Weasel Man.
Yeah, dude. Like, he got there by being that. Of course he was going to be that, but that's exactly
He's still
what it
the
was.
same,
Right.
dude. Like I've seen him do like little bits of stand up and stuff recently, and like, of course he's a little different. He kind of more so makes like comments about how famous he used to be and like all the movies that he's done and stuff, which is kind of funny. But dude, seeing him now compared to like back then is kind of crazy.
Yeah, so the synopsis of jury duty is that an unemployed male stripper and certifiable slacker, Tommy Collins, played by Pauly Shore, ends up homeless when his mom throws him out of their trailer. Desperate for a place to stay, Collins figures... excuse me. Who says you can't get vape hits that'll choke you? Desperate for a place to stay, Collins figures that landing a spot on a jury should get him a roof over his head, food in his belly, and a few bucks in his pocket. Shockingly, his plan works, and he'll do anything to delay the trial's verdict so he can keep living large and make his moves on knockout juror Monica.
Nice.
Yep. Typical Pauly Shore movie.
Did you guys ever see that new one he did, The Guest House?
No.
No, I didn't know he did anything new.
Yeah, it was like it was during like the pandemic, and it went like straight to like Netflix or whatever. But dude, he's also trying to get a biopic going for Richard Simmons, and he wants to play Richard Simmons.
I heard about that, and honestly, I think he could pull it off.
I actually think that he could definitely pull it off.
100% he could.
Like, I think he could totally pull it off. I wonder if he's thinking this could be his birdcage moment.
Look at the amount of fucking sugar that's on this thing. Fucking gnarly, dude.
Picasso. I like
Dude,
it.
that mango dragon fruit, bro. I'm telling you.
I've got to find those. I need to find them. Those sound crack. I will also crush a bag faster than I should.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm trying to.
Like, I
put 'em away.
kept putting
Put 'em
the
away.
damn thing in a drawer and closing the drawer, and then like I would just open the drawer and pull out the bag.
I keep doing the same thing. That's why I close them all, put them in a bag, and then threw the bag out of reach to where I can't.
That was my mistake. If the drawer is right next to me, it was too easy to just open the drawer and take them back out.
If I take them out of my eyesight, then I can't. Then I don't. I forget that they're there.
Like, had I stuck them like over in, around the corner over here on one of those shelves, yeah, I probably would have been like, well, I ain't getting up to go grab them right now. I'm interested in what I'm watching.
Dude, they're so addicting, though.
And that, my friends, is a great nutritional lesson. Like, I did the math. 800 calories in half an hour watching a YouTube video in one sitting. And I got nothing out of it nutritionally. Try to eat 800 calories of nutritional food. That's tough. Like, it's hard. It's a lot of chicken and broccoli. Like, a lot of chicken, broccoli, and rice.
Yeah, and
Crazy.
I'd be out on the broccoli, so it'd just be a lot of chicken and rice.
Chicken and rice is still fire.
As long as I can throw some fucking teriyaki sauce on it.
Oh, yeah. Teriyaki me up.
That's
Let's
just
do it.
salt. I don't think that's calories. That's just salt, probably.
Yeah. For some people,
I mean, there
salt's
could
a
be-
good thing.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Some people have low sodium and need to up their intake.
Dude, a little teriyaki chicken on some white rice, dude. I'll fuck that shit up all day, every day. It's just so good.
Dude, I actually had curry chicken for dinner on rice.
You know what's
Fucking
crazy? I don't think I've
fire.
ever had any curry anything.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I will tell you, I cheated. I had a jar of the sauce, but I mean,
Who cares?
it's still, I made it.
You made it and you ate it, so who gives a fuck?
Yeah, it was good. I liked it. I enjoyed it. There's like a little bit left.
It's not like making tandoori chicken in your oven. It's not a tandoor. Can't be tandoori.
Oh, I didn't even know that that's what made it that.
Yeah.
I thought it was like all these other things. It's like there's like certain other ways. But I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, because like you can cook anything tandoori by putting it in the tandoor. itself, because that's what the cool fucking pot is that they cook everything in. Because like the way that the tandoori works, they get that thing so freaking hot, they take that piece of chicken, they just slap it to the inside of this clay pot, and like it sears to the side of the pot, and that's how it cooks, with the fire in the center of the pot. And then they pull that sucker out, and you've got this just delicious, crispy, blackened edges of your chicken with all those incredible spices.
You know, not a big fan of like the real black, burnt, crispy edges on anything too much, really.
I'll pick up some burnt ends.
There's limits, right?
Yeah,
like,
but as long
limits.
as it's not like black and like fucking.
Oh, I'm not gonna eat charcoal. Yeah. If that's what you mean.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like the real hard, crunchy, like black. You know what I mean? Like if it's a little bit, I could deal with it. But if it's like a lot, dude, I can't do it, dude. It's just. Ugh.
Well, that's just burnt food. You're absolutely right. Like that's not delicious. Like there's like a very fine line where like as soon as you cross it, it's over. You've ruined it.
But like on chicken specifically, like I'm not a huge fan. I really don't like it at all on chicken. For some reason.
Well, that's because chicken's so easy to fuck up.
I'm very particular on my chicken.
Like I was watching a cook at least a few weeks back, but he was discussing how like we're taught to cook a chicken to an internal temperature of 160 degrees. Well, the problem is that when we're taught that, we don't consider carryover cooking. So when we cook it to an internal temperature of 160 degrees, meaning we put that thermometer in it and it reads 160, so we're taking it out of the oven or we're taking it out of the pan or off the grill, we're not considering the fact that it's still going to raise between 5 and upwards of 10 degrees from that point as it continues to rest, because it's still got residual heat in it. At that point now, we've killed it. We've taken out a lot of the juice of that chicken breast. It's not hitting like it used to. What he recommends is in most of those situations, you want to temp it at about 150. So when you pull that out, it raises up to that 160, and then you actually still have juicy chicken. I've started trying it. So far, I haven't died of salmonella poisoning.
I was about to say no fucking.
my chicken was juicy.
You're not clucking yet.
It was white all the way through. There was no pink meat. We didn't cook a medium rare piece of chicken. You know, like I think he was onto something.
Are you guys into like the fat and like gristle of certain meats? Are you guys down with that?
I don't mind it sometimes. So like on a pork chop, like a bone-in pork chop, not like a pork loin chop. Yeah, dude, I'll eat whatever. Like I'll eat the little crispy, fatty pieces, but not like a huge chunk of fat, but just maybe around the edges. There's a bit of fat around the edges that it gets crispy. I'll eat that. I won't eat chicken fat.
No. Chicken fat's a no. But like steak fat, like thing I've learned about steak fat, for one, that's one of the reasons why I'm not a big prime rib fan. What I've learned is most places aren't trimming as much of that edge fat, and they're not using that edge fat in the searing process to properly cook it through and render some, the amount they should. And so as a result, like I think that's why I'm not a prime rib guy. But that's what I've learned about beef fat is that you actually need to cook the fat side if you have that, like I cook picanha, which has a nice fat cap. So when I cut steaks of picanha, that's what I have to do. I actually sear the fat first and start using the fat that I render into my pan to sear the rest of my steak. That way we have a good cooked fat edge, and it doesn't taste disgusting. It goes with the rest of the meat. Because if I didn't cook that through, then you just got that gross gelatinous jelly shit. Like, Nah, that ain't hitting.
I can't do it, bro. I can't do it. And then like when it comes to like, you know, like eating like anything off the bone, like any of like the cartilage or like any like thing like that, I can't do it either, bro.
I'm eating my chicken wings. I'm fucking them up.
I can't do it, bro. I'll do a pretty decent cleaning, but cartilage is staying, dude. I can't fucking chew it, and then I'm good.
But the cartilage is where the collagen's at. That's where you get the good skin.
I'm good. Who cares?
I'll get my collagen elsewhere, thanks. Which, fun food fact, if you make your own chicken stock, you'll get enough collagen from that. So, ba-boom. Make your own chicken soup. Don't buy the Campbell's.
Chicken noodle soup sounds so good.
You know? Homemade chicken stock. Let's go. But with that thought, it's time for us to wrap it up, ladies and gentlemen. So we thank y'all for tuning into the Shedtime podcast. Tell a friend, tell a loved one, and with that, I'm going to go ahead and send it over to Chris.
Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Appreciate you guys. Of course, you can go to shedtimepodcast.com, check out anything to do with this show. You can also come by and get a little bit more of us on Frames, Drank, and Vapors YouTube channel at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time for the Green Room. And yeah, I think that's everything that I'm going to say. So everybody be safe. Have a good week. Live your best life. James.
As always, shout outs to all the Shedheads for all you guys' continuous support. Make sure you guys are leaving those 5-star reviews. Chris pretty much covered all the things. So make sure you go check out the website, shedtimepodcast.com. It's got links for all that stuff. Of course, I'm going to end it as I always do, sending out all those positive vibes. Crisp high fives. Don't forget to tell somebody you love them in a little bag or dab. We'll do ya.
Absolutely. So, friends, one last time, shedtimepodcast.com has links for everything, merch store, Patreon, even the Frames, Janklin Vapor channel. So go ahead, check it out, and you can find everything you're looking for. So with that, I'm going to tell you, don't let the bastards get you down. Be cool, don't be a dick, and whatever it is that you do, try and have some fun. This is the Shedtime Podcast, and it's time to roll on up and roll on out.
Dynavap, Dynavap, Dynavap. Looking to cut the cord on your dry herb vape? Dynavap. Trying to get the best taste from your herb? Dynavap. Ready to take your sesh to the next level? Then meet Dynavap, the best way to vape your flower or concentrate. Concentrates? That's right. Your flower or hash can be vaped using Dynavap. Check out Dynavap.com to learn more. That's Dynavap.com. Lose the ash? Dynavap.
What's going on, Shedheads? It's your boy, Frames Janklin. Are you looking to step up your match game or have a raw copper, brass, or stainless mod or RDA that you're absolutely tired of polishing? Then you need to go and hit up my man Ashton at Palmer's Powders. He does some absolutely amazing powder coating work. He offers many different colors and finishes at an absolutely killer price. This man is taking powder coating to a whole new level, and he can make your setup an absolute masterpiece. You can go follow him over on Instagram at Palmer's Powders, and you can go check out pricing on his website, palmerspowders.com. That's palmerspowders.com. And as always, let's just vape on, Shedheads.
I want you to think of your favorite rebuildable right now. Yeah, okay, so you have a layer cake in your hand, and now you're about... Oh, sorry, yeah, that's not everyone's favorite. That's just mine. So think of your favorite rebuildable atomizer. Think about how good of a vape it produces for you. Now, take that and amplify it. And the way that you amplify that is you put in some Breezone coils. Breezone coils are handcrafted in Adelaide, Australia. They're made from some of the finest quality wire that you can get. I believe it's wire Buddha. You take those coils, you take them out of that phenomenal packaging that clearly shows how much care that Adam puts on the quality of his coils and the insurance that you get them in good shape. You put them in that favorite RDA, and guess what? You have coils that now sing better than Celine Dion. Go check out Breezestone coils. You can find them on localvape.com and also steelvalleyvapors.com. Solid.
You know, two guys walked into a bar. The third one ducked.